Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at Mad World Tarot. And I have to say, when I named this channel, I didn't realize quite how crazy the world would get. It really has gone mad. We've had the king is dead rumors, seemingly fueled by Russian news sites and Russian bots. Crazy. We've had Catherine appear at the Windsor farm stall, or whatever it's called, farm shop, and haters and deniers saying it's not her, it's a body double, it's a clone, it's whatever and whatever. Absolute denial about the fact that she might be out with Prince William, looking healthy and happy, albeit very slim, carrying a shopping bag. Can't be, so it must be a clone or a double. And various other things rumbling along in the background. Poor Rose Hanbury coming out through her lawyers and denying all those awful rumours. We're going to look at all these things in due course, but the big news is, of course, that the royal website has undergone an upgrade or an update. It does every 6 months, apparently, and the Parkles haven't been removed, but they have been very subtly downgraded in such a way that it's visible, but they can't really complain. Very clever, very strategic, and very obvious, reading between the lines, that they are out and will never ever be allowed back in. So for those of you who aren't following this in the minutest detail, I'll give you a summary of what's happened. Harry and Meghan each had their own profiles on the royal family website, which is royal.uk if you're interested in going looking. Now they're combined as the Sussexes. No mention of their first names, Harry and Meghan, which according to internet sleuths is for search engine reasons. So it's more difficult to follow the track of Harry and Meghan to the royal website. That's the theory. The word count is down from 4,000 to a mere 500. They've cut out things like humanitarian and feminist for Meghan, and now she's just described as a former actress and influencer. Harry has been reduced also to spending 10 years in the army, brief mention of patronages, no mention of his role as a pilot, even though he won that Legends of Aviation award, whereas Prince William and the King are both noted as being pilots. So some shade in there if you care to find it. What else? It's all in the past tense. They represented, they did, they were. No present tense. They are out very clearly, because the terms of the Sandringham Agreement and various other documents related to Megxit are linked now on their website. So if you're in doubt about what actually happened, you can click on the link and go and read all about it. And they are no longer dividing their time between the US and the UK. They're no longer representing the monarchy. That's all gone. And if you want to find out more about the Parkles, you can go and visit their website and read about it over there. Don't come looking over here, seems to be the subtle message. We are done with them. They are out. You can go and read all about it over there. And it's obvious Harry is still the king's son. He's got to be under the royal family, but he's way down at the bottom with Prince Andrew, and obviously a very slow process of getting rid of them, basically. So I have, sorry for the long preamble, the new Palladini Tarot on the tarot table. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. Have a look at this, because the timing is interesting. We wonder if this is some sort of clapback to the Parkles, and particularly Meghan, for launching that Sussex.com website and for launching American, what is it again? American something or other. I was going to say Realtor. Not quite. American something or other orchard. Riviera, that's the thing. And during Prince William's appearance at the Diana Awards, so whether this is clapback. I did see when I read on that event and that stunt that she pulled that the royal family would actually do something. And It's nice to have that vindicated because it came through very clearly a couple of times, and they very clearly have. So we're doing a Celtic cross. From the Parkles point of view, how do they feel? Did they know that this was coming, and that's why the scramble to launch the new website and the new brand, the influencer lifestyle thing? Who do they blame for this? The William fingerprints seem to be all over this, but what do they think? How do they feel? What are they going to do? And is this just the start? Are there more things coming? Of course, there are titles that could be lost. Of course, there's position in the line of succession that could be lost. The children, for instance, are mentioned very briefly, but only Archie apparently still has a separate page. I haven't looked at this. Lilibet doesn't ever seem to have made it in her own right onto that royal website. I'm getting the nod that we're good to go. Long preamble. Hopefully, all has been explained. I thank all the internet sleuths that have gone through all these things with a fine-tooth comb for their diligent work and insights. And a bit of an uplift, a bit of a boost for people who are feeling that nothing is fair in this royal world, and that the Parkles have been getting away with far too much. Let's remind you that that is an opinion, and this is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all just speculation. It is all just my opinion. It's energy that I read here, archetypal energy. And disclaimer in the box below, and Prince William coming out as the underlying energy. There was a lot of speculation that the king wouldn't do anything about anything that the Parkles were getting up to, including seemingly commercializing their titles and their royal adjacency. But Prince William, there he is, the King of Cups, water sign man who is king in waiting, who seems to be more and more stepping up and taking on some of the more onerous tasks in the royal family, including dealing with the Parkles. He's showing up as our underlying energy. So seemingly this is his doing. Situation from the Parkles' point of view, what is going on? Ace of Swords. Here comes the moment of truth and clarity, a declaration of intent. It's not from the Parkles, it's from the royal family. Here it is. This is the way things are going to be now. The crown is held aloft with the sword of truth, Excalibur, relating to other areas that I'm dabbling in on this channel every now and then, but it's being held aloft. This is the way it's going to be now. This is my truth. This is my justice. This is the way I am going to be handling you and deal with it. And what is the problem for them? Scurrying. I have a vision of scurrying like cockroaches when you switch on the light. The problem with them is the Six of Wands, or for them, not with them. For them is how to triumph in this situation now, because it's very clear you can't reword this, even though they have tried. And one of the English newspapers, the one that seems to be pretty much kept alive afloat by Parkle puff pieces, the Express I think, said, oh, this is an olive branch. No, it's not an olive branch, it's a lightning struck tree, really, if we're talking tree metaphors. The Six of Rods is how can you bounce back? How can you triumph over this? How can you have a triumphal return? Because the Six of Rods is about homecoming after a big adventure, after you've been through the hero's journey, and back you come to the cheering crowds. How do you manage to manifest that now? You've tried your best. You rushed home when the king's cancer diagnosis was announced. You've tried to wrangle your half in, half out, and no. So that's the problem. That is the challenge for the Parkles. Who do they blame for this change on the royal website? We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's Cups again, King of Cups. Nine of Cups is somebody who is quite indulgent, who is quite smug and entitled, and very much so in reverse. And so we're looking at it from their point of view. They would view Prince William as that. He got the extra sausage and the big bedroom with a fancy view and whatever else he got. I can't remember what the list of grievances was. But Nine of Cups in reverse energy is somebody that they view as entitled and smug and spoilt and brattish. That, of course, is pot calling kettle, in my opinion. but we're looking at their energy and how it is reflected through tarot right now. So what is their focus right now? What are they trying to do? Eight of Pentacles, they're trying to make money. Very, very urgently trying to make money. And we see that with American Riviera Orchard. I need to put a big sign up. I used to have MadWorldTarot on the table. Maybe I should stick it back, or maybe I should put American Riviera Orchard on the tarot table just to remind me, not because I'm infringing on her trademark, but because I need to be reminded of the name of her brand, which is such a clumsy and ill-conceived name in my opinion. But Ace of Pentacles tells us monetize, monetize, monetize frantically. There are people on eBay, or someone on eBay, who's selling clothes as seen on Madame herself, and a lot of people speculate it is actually Madame who is selling her wardrobe to try and raise some cash, some petty cash, you might even call it. So past energy, did they know about this, or was this a rude surprise? Did they see it coming? The star tells me that they didn't see it coming, because it's the card of hope and faith and belief in this case, and in these royal readings, in your own star quality. So they were on a high. They were in fact riding high. They had launched that Sussex.com website. They had the Invictus Games Year Ahead thing in Canada. She had had her big moment in Texas, which was all over the news. She was so pleased with herself. The star tells me they did not know it was coming. Neil Sean has said that Meghan apparently had complained about the photo that the royals were using on the website and had asked for it to be changed. So they have obliged. She might not be pleased with the photos that they have used. Instead, one of her years ago in Suits, in an episode that apparently was entitled 1, 2, 3, Go. Just for a bit of snark, a bit of shade, and also a photo of Harry and Meghan on the beach in Australia in their sort of boho hippie outfits, looking like they were having a bit of a kumbaya moment. Not very professional looking, not very royal looking. So I don't think they saw it coming. I think that they saw, if the website was being reimagined, that they would be elevated on the website, because they've been trying so hard to manifest this half in, half out thing and take advantage of the fact that the royal family is seemingly so weakened, so old and so frayed around the edges, according to puff pieces that have been put out and that I have read on previously on this channel. What is coming next? What are the Parkles going to do near future? How's it going to go? Ooh, the devil. But it's the devil in reverse. That tells me that there is a separation coming, and I don't think it's the Parkles separating. I think they already have. That's my opinion. That energy that's coming towards them, or that they are heading towards, is cutting ties even more brutally, because in the devil energy you have normally people who are chained together, chained to something that's toxic, difficult, treacherous, deceptive, addictive, obsessive, all of those awful words that the devil energy represents. Tells me quite a few things. Tells me that the royal family might make even more obvious separation signs, getting rid of the Parkles. This might just be the first in a series of planned events and changes that show that the Parkles are absolutely out and that there is no way back for them. There is slight energy of the two of them separating, but as I say, that's already, for me as a reader, built into the energy. I did a reading on it yesterday. Something else that the devil signifies, and that I don't very often speak about, because it's usually Meghan. So I'll put it out. Usually is her energy that comes through the devil card. Let's put it like that, in my opinion, as a tarot reader. The devil is, of course, the major arcana for Capricorn, and who is a Capricorn but the Princess of Wales, who has been through her own dark night of the soul recently. She's been hounded, she's been the subject of some brutal and vicious rumors, and she's coming through it. We've already seen her out and about at Windsor, even though, as I say, the doubters and the haters are shouting from the sidelines that that's not her. And the bots are repeating this narrative thousands. And it's been documented by people on social media how these bots are just carrying this narrative that it's a clone, it's a double, it's just absolute nonsense. But it's very much being noted. So that's just a warning to whoever might be doing that. But she's coming through it. She is emerging from this toxic phase that she's been going through. Something else in this Devil card in our near future. Because the Devil card very often shows up for me as an energy reader as manifesting Megan's energy. Because she seems to be obsessed with the hate for Catherine and her past difficulties in the royal family. She might have certain addiction issues according to Lady C. She might have certain problems with the truth according to court statements, things like that. That's all very Devil. She might have a bit of a temper according to tea that has been spilled allegedly. She might lose it completely in the near future. Just a thought. It's just energy that is coming through. Might be a bit of a, and I'm not diagnosing, might be a bit of a manic episode that we might actually see signs of. So, how do the Parkles see themselves right now that they have been pretty much demoted, almost erased? Ten of Swords. It's the Ten of Swords. It's in the reverse, and that for me tells me energetically that they see themselves as done, finished. Ten of Swords is done, finished energy. You're out, you're dead, you are nothing to us, you are dead to me. That's Prince William to Harry. That's the message that's coming through from this King of Cups. You are dead to me. And he knows it, and they know it. And there is no rising up from this. And that's how I'm interpreting the fact that the card has come out in reverse. And the Parkles, because I'm asking how the Parkles view themselves right now. The Parkles see this, and Harry in particular might see this. He who is hoping for his triumphal return to do a bit of royaling, being co-regent or something like that, out. And they know it. Pressure that they're under. I mean, as if that isn't enough pressure. Money, deals, contracts. Page of Pentacles in reverse. What's going to happen to all those deals? Allegedly, he is still chimpo. He's going to be appearing at their rah-rah kind of cheering each other on annual thing. Their annual shindig that they have. There's a better word for it, can't think of it. But the deals are falling by the wayside. Allegedly also he's not going to be writing anymore for Penguin Random House. That's a story that's going around the news. It's hard to keep on top of, and it's hard to choose what to read on. But that's another deal that might be falling through the cracks as a result of this kind of thing. That's the pressure. How are we going to make money? Hopes and fears for the two. Knight of Cups. They're hoping that they can ingratiate themselves and that they can override the setback, and that they can bend someone's ear and plead their case and speak nicely to someone. I doubt very much that's to Prince William. There have been these suggestions that Meghan Markle is going through back channels to try and sweet talk the Princess of Wales, and that might be what this Knight of Cups is about. That, oh, she's such a dear sweet thing, even though she's been traduced in the media thanks to the bots and the flying monkeys and the whatever else that, in my opinion, come from California. But never mind that. We're going to sweet talk her now and send flowers and cards and best wishes through the press, so that maybe she can drop a word in Prince William's ear and invite the Parkles back for some light roiling after all that they have done. Outcome, is it going to get worse for the Parkles? This card tells me that it's very likely, it's very possible in the near future that something else happens that cuts them out of the royal fold or household. But what next, if anything? I've got the Two of Rods, which is planning. There are plans. It's not telling me what, but it's telling me that there are plans. That is literally what the Two of Rods is about. The Two of Wands, making plans. Making plans with someone normally. So let's make a business deal, or let's partner up. Let's think about this. Let's put our heads together and see what we can come up with. So I think that there are plans afoot that might not be quite as easy to implement as changing the royal website, and even that seems to have taken forever. People have been begging them to do it for months and years. They finally got around to it because I think they were provoked finally because of all the hate against the Princess of Wales, and because of Meghan merching herself with this new lifestyle brand. But this Two of Rods tells me that they might have to, the royals might have to sign up with someone, for instance, Parliament. And I was going to say co-parent. I don't know where that came from. But they might have to co-author a bill that goes through Parliament or something like that. They might have to get someone on sides to agree to what they want to do next. And that, in my opinion, would be title's line of succession. So it's possible that that is in the works already. And the Parkles, Ten of Swords in reverse, know that they are done. They are out and they are finished. So that is the reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.